Today we're going to talk about morality, or the root word moral. But first off, let me read its definition. It's an adjective concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness and badness of human character. As a noun, a person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is and what is not acceptable for them to do. Well, in our ideology, especially in the three main religions out there, they say that when you commit suicide, it's a mortal sin. Well, I can't argue with that. That's the way I was raised. But if you were in the Asian society and you were a protector of the king, which was called a Ronin soldier, and the king died, it was your responsibility to commit suicide. So which one is morally correct? Who knows? Another thing, in our culture, we are supposed to be one person with another person when we get married and in relationships. And I understand that. And that's your moral code. I'm not knocking it. Go for it. But in other cultures, you're allowed to have multiple partners. God forbid. But it's called the practice of polygamy or polyandry. Polygamy is the multiple partners for a man to have multiple women, and polyandry is women who are allowed to have multiple men. Yes, that's true. It's been practiced and still practiced today in some African tribes, like the Wadabi tribe, the Serera tribe, the Ovambu tribe, the Nubian tribes, and the Kunsang tribe. And it was practiced in the Native American, especially the Northern Plains natives, the Bannock, the Gosseliet, the Mono, the Northern Palut, the Panamint, the Shoshone, Southern Palut, Washoe, and Ute. Those tribes practiced polyandry. Were they morally incorrect? No. That was their culture. Are you morally incorrect? It all depends on what you believe in. Judgment comes from the mind of your experience. Is what you're taught is how you're judged. So when we create moral standards for people, we have to sit back and take a hard look at what they're experiencing before we place an opinion about what they're doing. I had the opportunity to sit across the table of a serial killer as I was a minister, and I was able to talk to him, and in his eyes, when I asked him, why did you kill all those people? He was as straight as he can be, without hesitation, saying, because God told me to. He said, God talked through a dog and told me to kill these people because these people were going to commit really vicious things. Because of the way he looked, he believed it. Would I do it? No, it's not my moral standards. What I'm asking you to do is to take a minute and understand when people judge other people based on the things that they were raised and then say that that person is not up to their moral standards, stop for a minute and ask yourself, how were they raised? What did they understand? What were they going through? It's like a nudist going into a highly religious person's house and going in there nude. It offends a religious person's house. It breaks their moral code. But it's vice versa. If you have all your clothing on and you go to a nudist house and you're required to be nude and you walk in with clothing on, you've broken their moral code. So which moral code is correct? Well, that's up to you and your experience. But for a minute, stop and create a unified mentality, a unified love, so that we all could understand each other and understand where we're coming from. So that we take our morals and our ideologies and keep it to ourselves. And if there's something that somebody's doing that's not up to your standards, then don't deal with them. But stop judging them. Your moral code is your business. Their moral code is their business. Peace, love, Sacredowl.